Hello, air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This is going to be your full moon reading today. Today is August 24th, 2026. So before I get started, I want to give a quick intro to what the full moon consists of. The full moon is about illumination, release, and accountability, looking at what's blocking your growth and what needs to be let go. I'm using What's the blockage deck. This is the deck that I'm using for you guys to look at habits, mindsets, emotional patterns you may need to release. Okay, this is actually for singles or the ones in relationships, but this can also apply to relationships and overall, not just romantic ones. All right, air signs. This is a general reading, so remember, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, only take what resonates with you, leave what doesn't. Every zodiac sign has a light side. Every zodiac sign has a shadow side. So I'll be honest about what needs to be addressed so that you air signs can move forward with clarity. Thank you guys for listening. All right. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. What messages you guys need to hear for the full moon coming up on Friday? The full moon is coming up on Friday. I forgot to say that. This Friday, okay? All right. So I gave you guys 3 cards. Let me just move this. Okay. Where is the one? Oh, all right, here you go. Okay, so your first card says, being guarded. You are lonely because you are so aloof. Trust others and let them into your heart. Staying stuck. You keep repeating old patterns. It's time to try something new. Age issues. You feel too old or too young to date or have issues with your partner's age. All right, so this is what you are getting called out, air signs. Messages are general. These are not personal. You want a personal? Go to the link in my bio. Okay. Now let's start off with the first one that you got. Being guarded. You are lonely because you're so aloof. Trust others and let them into your heart. Judgment. Ace of Wands. Eight of Swords. And Queen of Cups. This light, a candle turned off. Oh, I'm gonna close this window. My candle keeps coming off. Okay, air signs. So let's get into the first card that you got. Judgment. When it comes to this card, fire signs, there is a realization that has to be looked at about how the past experiences in your life have shaped you to have these defenses These type of defenses that makes it hard for you to trust people and let them into your heart, okay? Now, I see the Ace of Wands right after that. So I do see the possibility of having a new connection, a new opportunity is trying to enter into your life, air signs. There is the Eight of Swords energy here. There is like fear, some type of fear, some type of overthinking when it comes to this, air signs, that is keeping you trapped in isolation. Isolation, I mean. Isolation mean like you keep to yourself, like, you don't want to be dealing with nobody, just, me, myself, and I. And I can relate to that. I'm actually a Gemini. I can relate to that as a Gemini because that's pretty much the vibe I've been for like a year, since January actually. So I understand this very perfectly when it comes to the air signs being called out for this, about that fear, about that overthinking that may keep you trapped. Everybody has their own personal issues, why they feel that way. With me, it's not really fear. I just, or overthinking. With me, in my case, it's just I want to focus on my creative work that I'm doing online and not give my time and energy to people unless it's people I'm dealing with online when it comes to my work. That's just the type of mindset I am on. So maybe you are on my mindset too, air signs. Maybe you're like me, you're focused on your work. You don't want to be dealing with people because you just like focus on your stability, things regarding your home, and you're not really in that mindset to like be given to other type of connections. But there is opportunity here. There is a new start, a new spark opportunity here trying to come in with the Ace of Wands, okay, air signs. So take that into play, what I'm saying. Now, your last card is the Queen of Cups. So the healing that can help for you, air signs, comes through looking at things emotionally, looking at things with compassion, and allowing yourself to be vulnerable with people that deserve your trust. All right. You don't have to open your heart to everyone, air signs, but you do need to stop letting fear block genuine connections that can come in your life. Use discernment, but don't feel the need to continue, or if you're planning to like shut yourself down completely emotionally. All right. Especially if you're feeling this way because of the past, all right? Don't let anyone from the past dictate what can come in into your future, all right? Don't let the people from your past be happy, move on with their lives, be in new connections, and you're still here being stuck on what happened 7 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago. Okay? And I literally, what I'm saying right now actually goes with with your second card. Staying stuck, you keep repeating old patterns, it's time to try something new. That goes along with what I said. And I wasn't even saying that looking in the card. I was just saying like a general statement. That is true. All right, let me clarify the second card. Staying stuck, you keep repeating old patterns, it's time to try something new. So what do you guys need to know about this, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius? Nine of Cups, Page of Cups, Seven of Cups, Five of Pentacles. All right, I see. All right, air signs. The blockage here is about staying comfortable even when something is no longer right for you, okay? Nine of Cups. You could be settling for temporary comfort or something that is like your wishful thinking. Like you wish things were a certain way with a certain person. And this can apply to, your connections overall, not only romantic. So that wishful thinking may keep you, stuck in that pattern of you repeating things that shouldn't be repeated. You already know like certain things have to be left behind. Um and perhaps you feel this way because of you being isolated, you being left out, you being discarded in the past here with the Five of Pentacles, okay? Maybe you had other options, or maybe you had other people that kept you feeling like you were an option, and that gave you like a sense of feeling discarded, okay? So you may have gone through something like this in the past, air signs. All right. Now let me clarify your third oracle card. Age issues. You feel too old or too young to date or have issues with your partner's age. Five of Wands, Nine of Wands, Temperance card, Eight of Pentacles, and Eight of Swords. Oh, you got two A's in a row. When it comes to the age issue oracle card that you guys got, this can be looked up in the context of having a certain fear, a certain comparison, or outside opinions than the actual like number, meaning like your actual age or the person's age that you're with or the person's age that you have been with or are interested in right now or could be interested in the past. And for the fire signs that, I'm sorry, I don't know why I said fire signs. I meant to say air signs. For the air signs that are feeling this way, like, oh, having this sense like you feel too old or too young to date, I do not agree with that. It really has to do with your maturity level, how you can handle relationships, and also the maturity level of the person that you are with. Okay, air signs. So starting off with the Five of Wands, this is about conflict. This is about conflict. Perhaps you may have been in a relationship, or are in a relationship right now where you feel like you have been judged socially, like by society, because maybe you have relations, the person is older than you, the person is, and you're comparing your relationship to others. Give me 1 second, air signs. All right, sorry about that. I had to mute my mic. I had to mute my mic to say some stuff, air signs. But like I was saying, and 5 of Wands, this is feeling conflict, perhaps social judgment because you are with someone that's younger than you or older than you, or maybe, vice versa, take it how it resonates. Maybe that person can feel that way towards you too, or you guys feel this way when you're with one another out in public, all right? With the 9 of Wands, this talks about, past experiences that have happened to you, air signs, that left you guarded, left you feeling guarded, left you feeling defensive, okay? Differences with the Temperance card, differences in relationships can balance things out when there is maturity, patience within one another, within you and the person you are dealing with, or the person you may have been dealing with in the past, okay? You have the 8 of Pentacles and the 8 of Swords. The last 2 clarifications. Which one came? Oh, yeah, the 8 of Swords came last. All right. So when it comes to this last 2 cards, air signs, a relationship across an age gap requires like a lot of intentional effort and honest communication within one another, right? The biggest obstacle may be the belief that age automatically makes something impossible. Okay. Now, 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, these are 2 cards you get in 8 back to back. So the 2 A's emphasize working through like a repeated mental pattern, air signs. So don't let age like decide your worth or how you feel about yourself or about the options that you can have. Also, don't let that define, what kind of relationship that you're going to have with somebody, whether this person is older than you or younger than you or vice versa, okay? But do make sure that your life goals, do make sure that the maturity that you have and the expectations that you have, they genuinely align with whoever you are dealing with, air signs, okay? That is important for you to have that, okay? All right, let me get some other cards for you guys. What are the messages the air signs need to hear for the full moon coming up? Remember that all the messages are general. If you like to discuss a personal situation regarding you, air signs, there's a personal link in my bio. Other than that, all these messages are general. Take what resonates with you, and if what I'm saying doesn't resonate with you, then leave for the next person watching after you, okay? Thank you so much, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Being guarded and ambulance. I got these 2 cards for the fire signs live stream that I did before I started your live stream, air signs. So if you are dealing with the fire sign or you got fire signs placements, check out the live stream that I did before this one. Fire signs are Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So if you are dealing with one or you have those placements in your birth chart, check out that live stream, okay? I'm saying that because I'm seeing these 2 similar cards coming out for you that I did for them. Either way, I'm going to clarify. Being guarded, you are lonely because you are so aloof. Trust others and let them into your heart. So let me clarify that first. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Seven of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, Death card, Five of Cups. All right, your clarification is different than the clarification that came out for the fire signs. But either way, check out that live stream. Because I don't remember exactly word for word what I said, but your spread is different from theirs. That much I can tell you, because I do remember the spread. All right. All right. So basically, having this sense of feeling guarded, air signs, is because of what has happened with you regarding the past. And that actually has left you in the mindset of not having, like, you don't have the desire to have a connection with anyone. You're like, I'll just be by myself, because, like, what's the point? I already had X, Y, and Z happen to me in the past, so what is the point of trying to build a connection? I'm just I'm in peace with myself, and I don't want to have any connection put me in the same chaos that I had in the past. That's like the mindset that you are experiencing, air signs, okay? Coming out with the Seven of Wands. This is energy of you feeling defensive, and the energy of you protecting yourself. And I literally was just talking about that with what I just said. That confirms it. All right. You want to, with the Seven of Pentacles, you want to observe and wait. You want to look at things and wait for people to prove if you are worth in investing in them. The old defensive pattern is ready to end and transform for you, air signs, okay? Past heartbreak, past regret or loss that is still influencing you now, how you approach people. Now is the time to have that come to an end with the full moon that is coming up this Friday, okay? Because that's all about releasing what no longer is doing good for us in our lives, okay? So you having your boundaries, that's very valid, air signs. But remember that you don't have to make everyone pay for what somebody else did to you in your past. You are able to release the old disappointment gradually. You are able to release that, by taking your time. Nobody's telling you to be in a rush. And be able to see that you are able to allow trustworthy people to meet you in how you are now. I'm going to say, in the past, air signs, you may have gave your trust away quickly. You may have invested emotionally in people that were not right for you to invest emotionally in. So now with this energy of being defensive, protecting, looking at things like, all right, is this worth me investing or not? That is like you're going into that transition now after the full moon phase. And if you are not ready to transition into that, air signs, the tarot spread is basically tell you, like, now it's time. It's time to go into that transition now. It's time to have the past stop influencing you and what can come in for you. And also we're going at, we're looking at the end of August. We are going into new energy, new month for all of us, okay? We'll be in September soon. All right, let me clarify your last card. So your last card says ambulance. You say you want a lover, but wait, what the? You say you want a lover, but you're not all in. Take time to figure out what you want. Okay. Oh, the 7 of Wands came out again. Yeah. That's all defensive, you know, guarded energy right there. Air signs. Ace of Wands. Five of Wands. Okay, I see the conflict there. That's why. And the Tower. All right. So like I said, air signs, you say you want a lover, but you're not all in. Take time to figure out what you want. And your clarification cards are 7 of Wands, Ace of Wands, 5 of Wands, the Tower card. The 7 of Wands came out in the spread that I did before to clarify your Oracle card of being grounded. And it's just repeating itself once again. So for the air signs that want a connection, you want a connection, but you're defensive and you're ready to defend your independence. So it's like a part of you wants a connection, even though you're guarded. So this is mixed feelings. This is mixed energy that you may be going through, air signs. Gemini has dual energy. So I'm going to speak about Gemini, particularly Gemini. Gemini has dual energy. So this is like a battle between the twins. Like one twin wants a connection, because I do see the Ace of Wands after that. Another twin is like, no, you just like being defensive. You want to protect your independence, and you feel like being with someone is just gonna like disrupt your peace, disrupt your independence that you have right now. Perhaps you feel like you don't want to end up in another connection, that you lose your independence, that you lose yourself in that connection too much, that you forget like to keep remembering to put yourself first. So that could be one of the things when it comes to you air signs, okay? But the desire and the attraction are real, because you do feel this way, you know, the Ace of Wands. But the conflict is right here with the 5 of Wands. There's the conflict here. This is the inner conflict that you may be feeling, air signs, okay? That confliction inside of you. I see the Tower card here right after that. And this could be a sudden realization when it comes to something, air signs, or something coming your way that emotionally shakes you up and somehow, and it forces you to be honest about what you truly want. It forces you to look at, like, what is it that you truly want? What is it that you truly desire? Do you want to keep your independence and keep your boundaries? Or are you able to keep your independence and keep your boundaries while you are in a connection with someone? You may want love, but you're still fighting against your own vulnerability, air signs. So the Tower card is basically telling you, like, stop pretending you can't control every emotional outcome and decide whether you are truly ready to let someone in, okay? Now, I know when it comes to Gemini, Geminis do not want to feel like they are tied down. They want to keep their independence, even though they are in a connection with someone. Sagittarius is the sister sign of Gemini. They're the same way too. All right, so I'm gonna do a final spread for you guys. This is gonna be final guidance for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Three of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Seven of Cups, Two of Wands, Justice cards, just a card reverse, the Hermit, Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. I was just saying about, Gemini likes to keep his or her independence, even though they're in a connection, and you got the Nine of Pentacles card. This is an independence card. All right, so with your final advice, final guidance, air signs, you are being asked to slow down and become honest with yourself, okay? In order for you to have healthy love, it requires mutual effort, with you and the other person, air signs, all right? Stop avoiding decisions of what you truly want. Be able to clear away from fantasies, distractions, and unrealistic possibilities with who you are connecting with or with what you want in a connection overall. Choose a direction and make a real plan here with the Two of Wands, okay? When it comes to the Justice card reverse, be honest about the imbalance and take responsibility for your part. Spend time alone to gain clarity, but do not let that put you like in a hermit mode permanently, okay? That means like you're isolating yourself. So you're not creating a way to have a connection with people overall, okay? Build confidence within yourself and enjoy your independence. Nine of Pentacles. I did say that before I even started clarifying the other cards. And you're ending with the Seven of Pentacles. So let trust and love develop gradually through consistent effort. Really look at the person you're dealing with and see, like, is this worth my effort? Is this worth my time? Is this worth my energy? Realize that you are not meant to be rushing into love, air signs, okay? But you do have to stop sending mixed signals to yourself or to others. Choose clarity, choose accountability, and choose relationships where both people are willing to build. Like whatever you're building with someone, they're willing to do that with you. Whatever you're able to invest in, they're able to invest that with you, okay? It could be an equal give and take, all right? These are the type of connections that you need to be looking at to have for yourself, okay, air signs? I'm also going to pull out an oracle deck from the Moonology card. The Moonology deck, I mean. All right. I'll give me a message Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius needs to hear today. All right, resilience is your card. Waning gibbous resilience. So that is your card. I'm going to read from the booklet, air signs, to tell you what it says in the booklet. I'm not going to clarify that. I just clarified all the oracle cards. I'm not going to clarify this one. I'm just going to say what it says in the book, okay? Oh, that was fast. I found that faster than I thought because I don't even use this book. All right. Waning gibbous resilience. That is the Oracle Moonology card that you got to finish off your full moon reading. Air signs. Hello, DD Queen. How are you today? Welcome to my live stream. This live stream is general messages for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Take only what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. I'm about to wrap up the live stream, so you can watch the entire live stream if you choose to on the live stream playlist. All right, air signs. Like I was saying, waning gibbous resilience. Making mistakes builds resilience. I have learned my lessons from the mistakes I have made. I stand strong. I'm an adult. I act with self-responsibility. It gives an affirmation here. It says, I am strong and resilient. I'm doing good. How are you? As we stretch and expand towards our intentions, we will most likely meet resistance or wait for it, make mistakes, or fail altogether. This is where resilience, confidence, and our inner will come into play. We might ask ourselves, how much do we really want what we are going for? Does what we want align with our needs and values? Are we really devoted to having it? Do we think we are enough? Do we have the strength to keep going? While all of us sometimes have to go through periods of imbalance and difficulty, even of suffering, it is important we learn to grow and rely on our resilience. This is true power from the inside out. Building our reserves of resilience. This is our ability to stand strong and bounce back. It's something that has it in our heart's wisdom and learning taken from experience. Having resilience allows us the solitude and yet the freedom to grow and to take the leap to the next level. It allows us to reach higher with a stability that makes things less risky and allows us to create with a bit more pleasure. Remember, mistakes are simply information gathering. That's it. The less drama and guilt and shame you attach to them, the better. The experience of failure or mistakes is simply one learning. That is all. As we move around the lunar cycle and in life, we can see how things may have occurred before and that we have experience in how to handle them. Even if we don't have direct experience, we can build resilience as an insurance policy against being devastated by the opinions of others. While someone might say something nasty about us, when we compare this to what we know to be true about ourselves, it is truly no great hurt and really just a piece of information gathering. And then it gives a recommendation of a stone. If you're into crystals, it says the crystal azurite. I don't know if I'm saying that. It's correctly Azurite. I do use crystals, but I don't use this particular one being mentioned here. So that is just like a suggestion of a crystal to use, I guess, for this energy of resilience. Okay. Okay, DD Queen. That would be a personal reading, and this is a reading for the zodiac. So I'm not doing personal readings on the live stream. For that, you will have to make appointment. I have a link in my bio for that. Okay. The personal readings are paid. The live streams are free. All right, air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. I'm going to wrap up the live stream for you guys. Thank you guys so much for listening. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, follow, comment. Personal readings, the link is in my bio. If you'd like to donate to my channel, the link is in my bio. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful full moon coming up on Friday. Like I said, full moon is about releasing things. Full moon energy takes, you know, it illuminates, it puts light, clarity into things that we got to get rid of, that we do not longer need to carry with us. Okay, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. That will be all. Thank you guys so much. Take care to your following live stream. Goodbye. Thank you.